Hello everybody, my name is Sarah Nightfall, but you can call me Sarah. So, I've just recently played Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Liberty Falls for the very first time. Liberty Falls is a zombies map and is one of the two launch maps for this launch season. It for less than an hour, at least. I was able to get to round 20 before I failed in an exfil. Disclaimer, the last Call of Duty Black Ops game or zombies mode that I played was in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. How do I feel as someone who literally went from Black Ops 4 to Black Ops 6? I'm going to start with the cons first. I really want there to be a positive endpoint because I really feel that I greatly enjoyed my time playing this map. My first playthrough was enjoyable. I had fun. And I feel like if we start with the cons, we say the things that I dislike about the map, then we can go into the good and end on a good note. My very first con is this feels so much easier than Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. It takes so many hits to go down. I got to round 20 and the only time I went down was purely because of I was trying to do an exfil and I failed at the exfil. Talking about downs specifically, I very much dislike the feeling that the quick revives for solo, as I am a solo focused player, are tied to salvage. It can in theory be a good thing, but at the same time I feel like it's a negative due to the fact that there are other things in the pros that I like salvage. I want to use salvage for. If there was either a perk or an augment or something like that, where it was more of like a magnetic for things like salvage and things that are on the ground, that are currencies, because I will kill a bunch of zombies and I'll be training around the map, we'll run back around and there's no salvage. So I'm supposed to be training kind of like in a circle. You kill the zombies, you go and pick up the salvage, which works for sure. But I really didn't feel as though salvage was easily pick upable, if that makes sense. I wish there was like an easy way to like maybe make a little bit of a radius so that it picks it up easier. That's just my 2 cents. I will say that there is so much space. But I think the game does actually a pretty smart way of handling this. That being that there are lots of zombie spawn points. There was one moment in the game that I did later, because I played a game after this to see, hey, do these things hold true? And they do. All these feelings that I have hold true. Is that zombies can run at you from multiple different angles. When I was heading down from the church over to the bowling alley, I'm trying to show it on screen right now, there is just tons of zombies just coming over, and that feels incredibly like a zombie horde, not like in Black Ops 3 where they were coming through like one at a time. But that being said, the number of times I got hit in my butt because there was a zombie there, I wasn't a fan of that. I very much dislike that. Especially if I've been training up in an area. It's one thing if not all the zombies are in the match or in the map yet. But when I've been training for like 2 or 3 minutes, like, most of the zombies should be spawned in, and if I'm backing up, I don't want to get hit by a zombie. I can deal with it because of the easier feeling, but that being said, I still feel like the spawn point radius, like, so say here's your character, and X amount of meters from your character, zombies can spawn. I feel like it's been greatly increased as compared to Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Or there's just more spawn points. There's more crevices for them to come out of. Which definitely makes it feel more like a zombie horde, which feels good. But it doesn't feel like I have as much control of it. Which this one's really a very torn one. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it because I like things that it does, but I dislike things that it does as well. Another con is that when you're getting kills, you get less points. Points are not a thing that you get readily. You get salvage as well, but I really feel like the points that zombie fans are accustomed to isn't really there. So, for example, in The Giant, if a Black Ops 3 map that I played an insane amount, which is Derice, if you're curious, it's the remake of Derice on Black Ops 3. You can, if you do the 4 bullet kill with a melee with an MR6, you can get through 2 doors. You can get through 2 doors. If you do this strat currently, or even just a melee, if you do melee only on the Giant, you can easily get through easily get through a door and almost a second door. So that feels good. But the points that are required in order to open said door is, I believe, 1,250 for the very first door to get out of spawn, which feels a little rough, especially when you can melee kill every single zombie in round 1 and you still can't get out of the spawn room. Points feel impactful. They matter. For the first time at at round 20, I still felt there was stuff that I could spend points on and I felt was of value to me. There was stuff that I could spend it on and I wanted to spend it on. Felt really weird, but good. It felt like I was at round 20 and I was like, okay, I'm not fully set up. And I'm going to go into a whole video later talking about why I think trying to explain the quote-unquote difficulty change that is happening in zombies. I need a bit more time playing through to see if this is really correct and get into a higher round than 20. But if you guys are interested in seeing a take trying to explain at least what I think they're trying to do with the zombies difficulty curve, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you guys can see that, because that will be coming out probably within the next 2 days or so. Let's talk about armor plates. So, as someone who didn't play Cold War, armor plates are brand new to me. I believe at least they were introduced in Cold War. I'm not 100% with that, but I believe they were introduced in Cold War. That being said, I feel like they add a lot of impact to my game choice. So what I mean by that is that I feel like when you're hit by zombies, throwing in an armor plate helps a lot with making me feel like there is something that I can do. Let's say in the old game. So I got hit from my front 3 times. And I have Jug, but I'm only got like 1 real hit left. The only thing I can do is run. I mean, maybe I use an AAT, a monkey, a wonder weapon, whatever. There is nothing I can do that directly affects my health. But if I throw in an armor plate in Black Ops 6, that 1 hit turns into 2 hits. And maybe I can make a little maneuver and everything to get through. And that feels really good. It feels like I have more agency around my health. It also feels like Jug is a lot less of a crutch perk. Which I know that they have really cared a lot about trying to get rid of the crutch perks. There's games where you still want to go for Jug at some point. But I don't feel like I have to have Jug in order to play the game in Black Ops 6, which feels nice. This is kind of undone because of the fact that unlimited perk slots. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I got every single perk slot on the map that I could find. I got Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Stamina Up, PhD Flopper, and Melee Macchiato, which is 6. I had 6 perks. Now, in my opinion, this is an incredible change. If this is legit, it is incredible. I don't think it's legit. I think there's an issue with it. Because if you go in and look, there's soda fountain gobblegum exists. So maybe 6 is the new limit? I don't know. It felt like I could really control my character and everything. Also, tied with the perks specifically, is quick reviving yourself only removes 1 perk if you do it fast enough, which feels incredible. Because how many times have you been playing Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, or even another map or another game of zombies, and you go down? How long is it until you're next down unless you're got a nuke, got a monkey, or something else? So many times that within the next minute, I was screwed. I couldn't go grab perks because the zombie horde, clearly I'm not going down in a super easy scenario. It's clearly like there's about 40 zombies trying to hit me, you know. But it feels a lot better in that sense that my perks don't go away simply because I go down. Do I understand why it happened in the first place? Yes, I totally get that. But I honestly feel like the challenge in zombies almost felt a little too unforgiving in some of these games. I may get some flack for that, but I accept that it felt a little too unforgiving. Like, you go down, you are nearly screwed 100% of the time. The grind. Let's talk about the grind for a second. There is so much that a zombies player can do in the game and enjoy themselves. There is, we've got 2 maps. Even if you think Liberty Falls is not a good map, which I can respect that, it does feel a bit more like a bonus map at this point. It feels less like a Terminus and or it feels less like a Shadows of Evil and more like the Giant. Haven't done the Easter egg. The Easter egg is not available at the time of this recording. It goes live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yes, I am a New Zealander for the day. There is a Zombies Dark Matter. There you can unlock camos. The game feels a lot more connected. It feels more like you're playing one game and progressing than playing separate game modes like in Black Ops 3, for example. So in Black Ops 3, if you played the campaign, you could level up in the campaign. So each one had their own individual things, which is why a lot of the zombie people didn't have a high level in Call of Duty multiplayer. So this person could have played thousands of hours of zombies, but they rarely stepped into multiplayer. And now people will know, hey, you may not have a lot of multiplayer achievements, but your prestige master level like 1,000. You have played this game a lot. You understand how to aim, how to shoot, how to slide, how to move around. You understand attachments and stuff like score streaks and stuff like that. You get it. You understand map movement, things like that. So I really like that the progression is tied between modes. Let's go talk about another thing. Games feel fast. Rounds feel like they are moving. Like there's moving with purpose. And this is probably true for not just Liberty Falls, but Black Ops 6 as a whole. But it feels so good. So rounds feel fast. They feel like you can easily get through them. Uh, it also feels, I feel like short. It feels short for the amount of time. So like in a lot of mods, I almost guarantee you that the number of zombies that you have killed by round 20 is so much less in Black Ops 6 than it would be in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. Uh, I put this as a positive. The other thing is gun upgrades. Gun upgrades using salvage and points. So through points, you can upgrade it 4 times. 3 or 4 times? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone that far. With points. And you can also upgrade the rarity with salvage, which feels incredible. If somebody was to come up to me and be like, hey, you played Black Ops 6 Zombies for the first time. I didn't play Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Cold War. I didn't play any of this. But I played Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 and I loved it. Would you recommend me playing this? I would say yes. I would say yes, you should play this. Or if you don't hate the idea, Black Ops 6's round 20 might feel like Black Ops 3's round 10 or something similar to that. If you're okay with ideas like that, if you're okay with feeling strong in zombies, not like you're going to go down in 2 swipes, then I highly recommend it. But there are some cons. I'm not going to say that there isn't cons. I think every video game ever made will always have pros and cons. These are just the ones that I have personally. If you guys have your own pros and cons from either watching gameplay, playing it yourself, let me know down in the comments below. I really would like to start a discussion being like, hey, what are the good and what is the bad of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies? I have yet to play Terminus. I will say that as a fact. Terminus has been extremely laggy for me for some reason. Due to the fact that I am playing Day Zero, I am playing with, one, don't have the greatest internet, and 2, don't have, I'm playing on Australian servers, so yeah. But in the comments, be like, hey, I've played Black Ops 6, this is what I think, or I haven't played Black Ops 6, but this is what I think. So that way we can have more of a discussion and understand where you're coming from. Because I think viewing the game is just as important as getting hands-on with it yourself. Alright, so if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I will have so much Black Ops 6 content coming out within this week. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next episode of Black Ops 6. Bye!